Around a year ago, a year and a half ago, I used AI so much. It was like I would wake up and use AI. I'd use AI throughout the day for any information that I wanted. And whenever it told me something, I didn't really fact check it. I didn't really try to find information about it to see if it's true or if it's false. I just kind of accepted it for most of the information. And unfortunately, this happened with so many people today. They accept everything it says without checking it. But this can lead to so many problems. Let's use the AI ChatGPT for example. There was a study done that showed that firstly, for just normal questions, it got around 90% of the questions correct. Like fully correct. And then the rest partially correct, not really correct. This may seem like it's a lot. It's 90%. But this is actually not much. Imagine if 10% of the information that you believed became false. It just became false. If you think about all the information that I can give you, even if only 10% of the information is partially true, partially false, not even fully false, it could lead to having to believing in terrible things and thinking that terrible things are true. Because this 10% can be very important information. I ran a little test on ChatGPT, right? And I asked it, in this book, give me like, it's kind of complex for me to explain here, but it's like, give me this page number, what does it say in this part? Almost every single time it failed in giving me the correct information. But it was so confident. Super confident, like, yes, this is the correct answer. No ChatGPT. ChatGPT is wrong a lot of the time. So that's the first reason, because it's wrong so much. Even if it's only 10% that is partially wrong, it's still wrong a lot. And 10% is a lot. The second reason. So this is when it comes to normal topics. When it comes to advanced topics, like computer science, imagine that you're going to your university. You're going to become a computer scientist, right? So you're going to your classes and you're using ChatGPT for whatever reason to do the work for you. I know I'm using ChatGPT as the example, but other AIs also make mistakes. It's not just ChatGPT. I'm just using it because it is common. It is very commonly used. So use ChatGPT to ask it questions to help you study. Approximately 50% of the answers you're getting are correct. Only 50%. So imagine you're using ChatGPT to study all day. And then the test comes around, and you get a 50% of the test because 50% of the information you learned is false. This is very bad. We should not be using AI without fact checking it to be doing anything pretty much, especially more advanced things. So you should check whenever it says something, especially if it's a very important topic. And especially if it is a very specific piece of information. As for the third reason, it takes information from the wrong sources. If someone goes at it and says that AI is always correct, which that would be kind of a stupid thing to say, they would also have to say that everything on the internet is also correct, which is obviously false. AI just takes from the internet and has its responses through its information it gained. But what if the internet is telling the AI a lie? Like it has information about something, but it's just not true. I don't remember the story exactly, but there was this guy that tricked AI into thinking that there was going to be like a new button in GTA 6 or something like that. I don't remember it exactly. And the AIs started to believe his trickery pretty much. Some people would ask them, they would receive the wrong information. You can search up the story if you want. I don't know much about it. I'm not into GTA 6 news or whatever. But You can check it if you want, but this shows how easily AI can be fooled through its sources. It's very, very easily fooled. If the internet was saying that 1 plus 1 equals 3, and that was like all over the internet, then the AIs would probably start saying that 1 plus 1 equals 3. Why? Because they don't use the thinking that humans do. They just accept what's on the internet. And this also leads to accepting Western beliefs, like feminism, these other terrible beliefs that the West pushes on people. So it'll just corrupt you if you use it without checking everything it says, pretty much. Unless it's like very not useful information, like you don't care if it's right there or not, I guess you can use it. But if it's important even a little bit, then you should probably fact check it. I was in a Zoom call, and I think this shows how to properly use AI. I was in a Zoom call, kind of like in a class thing where they were teaching us about a certain topic. I'm not going to get into it because that's a video on itself. But they, at the end, they wanted to make a translation of something. And they said that they were going to use AI for it. The teacher said they was going to use AI for it. But he told the students that they can check the translation, or he can check the translation himself. So he was making sure that the translation will be checked. The translation that he was translating, that the AI translated, was being checked. So this is a lot faster than just doing the translation by yourself. We did a translation from Arabic to English. And it would be much faster to just put it in the AI translates it, and then you check the translation to make sure it fits with the Arabic. This is a good way to use AI. Basically, it speeds up the process without it having a lot of errors, because you're checking the errors to make sure everything is good. But this is only if you're good at checking translations, right? If you're bad at checking translations, then you shouldn't do this at all. You should just find a translation online, or make it yourself. Or if you want it to find sources for you, which this could be important. This could help in less important things, because if you're struggling to find sources, information, then you could just use it. The sources might not be the best, but they're still gonna work, and that could actually be really, really good and help you a lot. So these are great ways to use AI, and they will not destroy the system. They will not destroy the world, because you know what's happening at the system. The system is broken and must be fixed.